Welcome to Image Deco, where style meets creativity in every corner of the home. If you've ever dreamed of bringing that timeless, romantic feel of a French countryside garden into your small yard, you're in for a treat. Today, we'll be exploring how you can infuse Parisian elegance and rustic charm into even the tiniest outdoor spaces. Whether you're working with a balcony, patio, or compact backyard, this video will guide you through simple, chic, and utterly beautiful design tips to create your very own French-inspired garden sanctuary. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more home and garden ideas just like this. And if you find inspiration along the way, give us a like and share your favorite garden ideas in the comments below. French garden aesthetics are rooted in simplicity, balance, and a deep connection with nature. In small spaces, the key is to create structured beauty. Think symmetrical layouts, clearly defined paths, and focal points that draw the eye. Imagine narrow gravel walkways bordered by trimmed boxwoods, leading to a charming stone fountain or a vintage wrought iron bench. Use repetition with plants like lavender or thyme to create visual rhythm, and don't be afraid to layer textures using natural elements like stone, wood, and greenery. The result is a serene, elegant garden that whispers rather than shouts, perfect for those who want their space to feel like an escape into a peaceful French village courtyard. Designing a French garden in a small space doesn't mean you need to compromise on elegance. Zoning your space effectively can help you make the most of every inch. Use trellises or planters to create vertical interest and define different areas for dining, lounging, and gardening. A foldable bistro set in the corner makes a perfect cafe-style breakfast spot, while climbing roses or jasmine on a lattice wall offer vertical beauty and a touch of romance. Pebbled pathways can wind through narrow flower beds, providing a charming transition between zones and adding texture underfoot. By dividing your yard with intention, each area feels purposeful yet organically connected, much like the secret gardens tucked behind centuries-old Parisian homes. In a chic French garden, furniture is more than functional, it's part of the aesthetic. Opt for vintage or weathered pieces in wrought iron, distressed wood, or cast stone. These materials not only stand up to the elements, but also add a sense of timeless charm. Look for foldable cafe chairs, curved benches, or a petite round table for that classic bistro vibe. Soft furnishings like linen cushions in muted pastels, or a light throw for chilly evenings, complete the look with cozy elegance. The goal is to create a place where you'd want to linger with a good book and a cup of coffee, just as the French do. And remember, a few well-chosen pieces make a stronger impact than a cluttered collection. No French garden is complete without fragrant blooms and herbs. Lavender is an absolute must. It not only looks stunning with its tall purple spikes, but also fills the air with a calming scent. Pair it with other cottage garden staples like rosemary, thyme, and sage to bring in texture and aroma. Roses, especially old-fashioned varieties like David Austin or climbing types, offer elegance and romance. Plant them in raised beds or classic terracotta pots to keep the look clean and structured. Mix in white alyssum or pale pink geraniums to soften the edges. Keep your palette muted and harmonious for that signature Parisian serenity. It's about creating a multi-sensory space where fragrance, texture, and color come together effortlessly. One of the beautiful things about French gardens is how they subtly evolve with the seasons. In spring, highlight tulips and narcissus along with early flowering shrubs. Summer brings the fullness of lavender, peonies, and hydrangeas. For autumn, accent your garden with potted chrysanthemums and wreaths made of dried herbs and flowers. In winter, evergreen elements like boxwood topiaries or rosemary trees keep the space feeling alive and elegant. Think of your garden as a living painting that changes over time. You don't need a complete overhaul each season, just small, thoughtful updates. French garden style celebrates this quiet evolution with timeless base design elements that allow the seasons to layer themselves naturally. Water features are an essential element in classic French gardens. Even in a small yard, A wall-mounted stone fountain can create that gentle trickling sound that soothes the senses. Choose weathered or patina finished stone to match the vintage aesthetic. If space allows, a small bird bath surrounded by flowering plants or a reflective water bowl can add charm and encourage birds and pollinators to visit. The key is to keep it understated and integrate it naturally into your garden design. A well-placed water feature becomes both a visual focal point and a source of peaceful ambience, perfect for enhancing the calm countryside feel. Lighting is the finishing touch that brings magic to your French garden, especially in the evenings. Hang delicate string lights above your dining area or along a trellis. Scatter antique lanterns along gravel paths or tuck them between planters. Solar-powered candles and frosted holders add a soft glow without needing electricity. The trick is to keep the lighting warm and subtle. Less is more when it comes to creating atmosphere. Think of a twilight dinner in Provence or a quiet evening under Parisian stars. The right lighting not only extends the use of your garden into the evening, but also enhances its dreamy, intimate charm. French gardens often feel curated over time, rather than styled all at once. Incorporate small vintage touches like iron garden signs, repurposed mirrors, and decorative shutters to give your space character. Look for flea market treasures or aged pieces that tell a story, An old watering can as a planter, a weathered clock on the fence, or a bicycle with a basket of blooms. These whimsical additions make your garden feel unique and full of personality. It's this blend of nostalgia and charm that gives French gardens their lived-in beauty. Every corner becomes a visual delight, sparking joy and curiosity with each glance. Now that you've explored the charm of French gardens and how to bring their elegance into a small yard, it's time to start planning your own slice of Parisian paradise. Whether it's the scent of lavender, the softness of a well-placed cushion, or the trickle of a rustic fountain, your garden can become a beautiful extension of your personality and style. Let your creativity bloom and embrace the simplicity and grace of countryside living right outside your door. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment with your favorite idea, and subscribe to Image Deco for more inspiring home and garden transformations. Merci for watching, and see you next time.